Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field, our Greater Boston League girls soccer. In English, the Bulldogs taking on the Crimson Tide of Everett. English looking for their first win. Everett looking for a split here at Manning Field. They lost to Classical here at Manning Field. Laura Sanchez will be in net for Everett. Grace Malloy for the Lady Bulldogs. Dom Pursuit, Pursuite, I hope I'm getting that right, is the head guy for Everett. Abby Driscoll, normally heading the list for English, but it's Madison Malaya the last couple of games because Abby Driscoll is a proud mother. And again, congratulations to Abby, her family, and her and the daughter are both doing well with the new addition. And we're happy everybody got through everything well. Abby's an outstanding young lady, does a great job with the English team. Good role model for her young ladies that she coaches and gets involved with at English. Grace Malloy is in net for English. She's first year playing soccer. She's doing an outstanding job. Everett has won a couple. They're 3-8. And that kick goes up over everything. English finally clears it away. Looking to get it upfield. It skips past Everett. And English knocks it deep. And before anybody can get there, Sanchez is out to kick it downfield. They knock it deep. Claffey out there. Claffey's having a very good year defensively. Everett comes away with it. Can't get the shot off. There's a host of maroon shirts in front of the would-be shooter. She had no chance to get it shot even off, never mind get it to the net. From long range, the shot goes wide left and out of play. I think that's Maria Badcock with those two rifle shots that missed the net. It tips it away and then knocks it away. Nice job by Angela Martinez. That shot from very long range hit the crossbar and bounced out. Revere not letting English take a breath here in the early going. It's going to be a corner kick coming from the far side. And that was Malloy, the goalie for English, chasing the ball that went out of play. loose and hit Everett on the arm with a hand. I think English is going to get to kick it away, I think. Now I guess it hit English on the hand because Everett's going to get the free kick. And they're calling it a penalty kick. It hit, they were in the zone and got a hand on the ball. And Everett's going to have a chance very early to get on top. We haven't played 5 minutes. I think this is Amelia Maria Badcock. Tough assignment for Malloy. Malloy made the save. Outstanding. She was just picture perfect, not making a move, not going anywhere. Just stood very silently waiting for the kicker to make a move. And she guessed right, and that's what you have to do. Blocking that Grand Canyon. The kicker has all the advantage in the world, and Malloy with a tremendous save. What a great play. As I say quite often, that's an ESPN highlight. You don't make that save very often. But what a great save by the rookie netminder. And Everett takes it right back. Shot. Malloy makes another save. Another rocket by Badcock. Everett just keeping the pressure on. It skipped past. Everett blocked it. Took it away. Pushed it down the near side. Blocked out in front. And knocked away. And that was Martinez with another defensive play. And I've been giving credit to Badcock. It's actually Layla Betancourt Cardona with those rocket shots and the penalty kick. And the ball for the first time. Sanchez will come out and get it and boot it away. As back to the English end. Fowler kicks it back to the Everett end. And Everett gets there first and takes it away. It skips past. Taken away by Everett, looking to walk in. They sent it out in front, and they fanned on the shot. That was almost like the penalty kick situation. She was standing right on the line where you take the penalty kick. The pass came across. She went to get it, and she just, instead of tipping it or hitting it to the net, she popped it up in the air way to the far side and almost out of play. English got a huge break there. Looking to walk in. Taking the shot. Malloy makes another big-time save and then grabs the rebound. There was Betancourt Cardona again. Malloy made the save, and with a white shirt standing right over her, she was able to just grab the rebound and hold on. So Malloy in net for English is keeping this 0-0. They banged it off Claffey out of play. And they bang it off English again. I think this is going to be a corner kick. All Everett here for the first 10 minutes. Coming from the far side. They don't take it, they just put it in play. Now they try to kick it in front, and Everett got a foot on it and kicked it high over the net and out of play. There was Pettencourt Cardona throwing it right out in front, and when they got a foot on it, they knocked it out of play over the net. Everett picks off the pass, and English trying to clear it away. Popped up, and Everett shanks it again and knocks it off to the right side and out of play. To the near side. Looking to walk in. Tipped away again. They trying to get the shot. They knocked it right into Claffey. Claffey with another big defensive play. Everett knocked it out. So the sky is a little bit brighter tonight. It was dark, black, and overcast all day. Rained during the day. Started to rain during the first game. Glasgow with a 1-0 win over Malden, scoring late. The rain brought umbrellas out, and then very shortly the umbrellas were put away and the rain stopped. Almost looked like the sun was coming out, and now a little bit bright around the park. Still some dark clouds right over the park, but the rain stopped, hopefully for good. Looking to walk in, they take the shot. It goes way wide, went high, well past the far post, out of play. Martinez will kick it away. Everett picked that pass off. It got tipped to the middle. Still Everett with it. He breaks it up. That was Matthias with the defensive play. She's had a good year defensively for English. Her and Claffey and Fowler. They knock it back deep. Everett swung and missed. And they knock it ahead. Great hustle by Zapata. Still working hard. Along with Ortega. And they finally get it deep in the Everett end. And English knocked it out. And very quickly Everett knocks it back to the English end where it's been almost the entire first half. Knocked out by Martinez. Nice job by Martinez again. Russell picked it off but knocked it back to the net, and now that's Matias knocking it up. Ortega was trying to get it. Everett pops it straight up. Can't get a shot off. They knock it out in front. Skips past everybody. Claffey just broke it up, and it just got knocked away by English. It was loose out in front. English will make a substitution. They don't have many. They only have 3 subs. Headed out by Malden. So they'll move the throw up a little bit. Malden headed out again right into the English bench. So English moving up with the 3rd throw in. And Malden takes it away. English broke it up. And Malden knocks it ahead. Nice job by Matias to break it up. English looking for a break. Walking in. Big time save by Sanchez. She got a foot on it. That was Maria Rakemi, or Quemi. I hope I pronounced that somewhat close. She broke open. Looks like she was going to score. And Sanchez, the goaltender, just got a foot on it. Great save by Sanchez. Got a foot on it and blocked it. Otherwise, English is going to grab a 1-0 lead. And that would have been bizarre for Everett. They put all the pressure on English. That's the first opportunity that English has had. They haven't had it in the Everett end that much. Everett takes it back. Claffey knocked it down. Martinez knocks it back the other way. Fowler got a foot on it. Everett with the lead pass. They pushed it deep. Sliding and making the play is Martinez knocking it away. Everett got a head on it, and then they got a foot on it and knocked it over the net. But that was Martinez making a nice play. Betancourt Cardona, who shoots rifle shots. We've seen that a couple of times already. She looked like she might be in position to take a good shot in close. and it was Martinez just sliding, like she was sliding into third base, and she knocked it away. So good defense helped possibly keep Everett off the board. And now Everett got a foot on it. They knock it back. Martinez broken up. Everett couldn't get a good foot on it. They tipped it, and Malloy will come out, grab it, hold on, and she'll kick it away. He couldn't keep it in. It goes into the Everett bench area. And Everett knocks it out again. So here we go again. Everett knocking out. English moving up a few steps each time with the throw-in. Claffey got a foot, but knocked it the wrong way. They get it by Martinez. But she hustles and slides, breaks it up. Everett. And they're going to call Everett for knocking the goaltender down. They were both going for the ball, and they just kind of threw a hip check into Malloy and knocked her down. Coming out to make sure Malloy is okay. She's getting up. We're thankful for that. While they check on Malloy, Everett goes to the bench. I'll have to come right back. We don't have a timeout. Malloy is back in net. English will kick it away. Martinez will kick it away. Still 0-0 after we're past the halfway mark of this Greater Boston League battle. Tough on all these teams. We talk about Lynn having to go to a little more difficult for English and Glasgow because they have to make the runs to Somerville, Medford, Malden, Chelsea. They have to go to all those places. Everett still has to come here. They do it twice against English and Glasgow. Claffey knocked it down, got a piece, couldn't clear it. He bounced it off Matthias. And the shot goes wide left. Everett's been lining up shots, but they've been missing the net a lot. Martinez will kick it away again. Skips through. Everett winds up with it. Taken away nicely by Fowler. Fowler, a little too far. Looking for the pass. So he was trying to get it, I think, to Forchap. Out in front, it skipped past Martinez, but Malloy is there to play it on a hop. You get nervous when it bounces by the defense, but Malloy was there to grab it, and Everett actually heads it upfield. Popped up. Claffey knocked it away, but right into a Malden player, and it Martinez knocks it away. Martinez got a foot on it again. They knock it back. Shot from long range. Wide left again. Another bullet by Betancourt Cardona. Off Fowler again. And Fowler knocks it upfield. Kicked away. Fowler looking to go get it. Booted upfield by Pereira. English player goes down. Claffey picks off the pass. Everett keeping it in. Claffey again bangs it off a Malden player. They keep it in. And here's Martinez clearing it away. Knocked down by Matias. Claffey pops it to the middle. And Matias knocks it deep. And Everett will kick it back to Sanchez and let her kick it away. English winds up with it. They knock it deep, and English is offside. Right back in the English end. And we got English taking Everett down. The free kick will come right around the 45-yard line. Martinez knocked it down with her body. They push it ahead. English gets a piece. They get another piece. Fowler knocking it upfield. Skips by everybody. Off the deflection. Everett winds up with it. They walk right around the defense. They center it out in front. And here's Claffey coming over. She's not the center fielder. She's playing to the far side defensively, but she came way over from her position and knocked it away. Now she does it again. And it goes out off the Bulldogs. Bouncing loose. Trying to get loose for a pass or a shot. They get the pass. Bounces over Everett's foot. It goes out of play. I thought it went out of play. They saved it. Great save. Centering it. It skipped over Matias's foot. Everett keeping it in, looking to get the shot. They pop it up. Martinez got a head on it, but couldn't clear it. Matias trying to clear it. English can't clear it. Everett finally clears it away from the net. It bounces loose. Everett keeping it in. Matias got a foot on it. They throw it across. And Everett finally knocks it home. English couldn't get it out of the off their own end. They finally stuck it around the net and knocked it in. The last girl at the 50-yard line. Just walking up toward the 40. In the way.
Yeah, when I scored.
Yep. All that pressure finally paid off. And I don't know who got it, because it looked like she was wearing number 18. Oh, we do have Kathleen D'Souza. I overlooked her on the roster because they don't have the roster in numerical order. They have it by class, senior, junior, sophomore, freshman. They make my job a lot harder when they don't make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all that pressure finally paid off. English had a foot on it a couple of times. They couldn't clear it. They kept putting it on the foot of Everett. And now they do it again. Great hustle by Matthias. Looked like they're going to walk in alone. And that one gets knocked in. And that's Betancourt Cardona. All the shots she had, she finally knocks one in. It looked like a breakaway walking in. Matthias made a nice play going over, breaking it up, but they put it right on the foot of Betancourt Cardona, and she just ripped it inside the near post. And all of a sudden, it's 2-0 Everett. Fowler's pass goes out of play. They throw it deep. English got a foot on it, and it goes out. Out off Perez. And now it gets knocked out. I think they're calling it off Everett. So Everett just pounding it in the English end. Malloy's made a couple of big saves. But Everett finally got on the board. Everett comes right back at it. Blocked nicely by Martinez. They center it, and it was a good thing for English that that ball was bouncing, because Betancourt Cardona was just about to line one up from the 15-yard line, and she shoots rockets. But it was a bouncing ball, and she couldn't get control of it. So English got a break there. Trying to get around, couldn't get around Claffey. Claffey knocked it out. Everett will get a corner kick. Betancourt Cardona is only a junior. She's one of the captains. Now, Betancourt Cardona was going to take the kick from the far side. Out in front. Everett got a piece of it, knocked it away. Out in front again. Everett got a head on it, bouncing around. Finally, English got a foot on it and knocked it away. That was bouncing around in the danger zone right in front of the net. And it was finally Ortega who knocked it away. And now the shot from the 10-yard line by who else? Betancourt Cardona. She ripped another one, and it went over the goaltender's head, but it hit the crossbar and bounced over the net and out of play. She was looking for 2 in a row. Martinez will kick it away. They pop it up. English knocks it away. And Everett takes it away. And they knock it deep. Out in front. Walking right in. And they knock it home. It went by everybody, right dead center out in front, and just ripped it. Malloy had no chance at all.
Number 17.
Oh, good. Yelsa Garcia, also one of the captains. Wound up at, you can't ask for a better position if you want to score a goal. 2 feet in front of the goalie with nobody around you, and all you had to do was knock it in the net. Malloy had no chance at all. Ortega will put it in play. They went after it and gave up on it. Everett winds up with it, walking in. And it's knocked away. And it was foul with the defensive play. And it goes out off English. Popping it to the net. Claffey couldn't get a good foot on it. Now she gets a foot on it and clears it away, and it bounces by everybody. And Zapata broken up. Everett knocks it back. Pops straight up in the air. Off an English foot. It's loose. Fowler winds up with it. Bodies go down right in front of the official, no call. It went out. And they're calling it off English. Everett knocks it deep. They're there to collect. Broken up nicely by Martinez. Cardona knocks it back. Down the near side. Broken up. There's Matias walked in and knocked that pass away. Trying to center it. Knocked away. Everett keeping it in. Looking to walk in. Claffey broke it up. They fanned on the clearing pass. Everett keeps it in. They pick off the pass. Everett keeping it in the English zone. And here's another shot dead center, but over the net by Betancourt Cardona. She's firing grenades all over the place here at Manning Field. Here comes Cardona, walking in, takes the shot, it got deflected. She's a going concern out there. She's got the ball, she's getting shots. That was going to be a tough save for Malloy, but it got blocked out in front. It was either Matias or Martinez. And a corner kick will come from the near side as we're in the final 2 minutes and counting. Out in front, they got a piece of it that popped loose. It was bouncing around. It looked like it might go inside the far post. Malloy finally grabbed it and held on. English just can't get anything going. They had one throwing down deep, and this gets it into Everett territory. But every time they get it down here, Everett just takes it away and brings it right back to the English end. And they do it again. And it skipped right past. English swung and missed at that ball. They tried to center it. Martinez broke it up. Good job. Clears it up. Everett gets it back, throwing it to the net. And they tipped it wide. Winding down this first half, it was 0-0 for a long time. Everett finally broke the ice, and they added 2 more. That's where we are, 3-0 Everett. English pushing it up. Everett knocks it away. Get knocked into the English bench area. They blow the whistle, and that'll do it for the half. So English stayed with them 0-0 for a major portion, thanks to, in large part, by Grace Malloy, and the defense of Martinez and Martinez and Claffey, but Everett finally broke the ice, and they get 3, and that's where we are at halftime. It's Everett 3, English nothing. We're back at Manning Field as we're getting set to start the second half. It was a barn burner for a while. Everett totally dominated. They had the ball in the English end the vast majority of time in the first half. Malloy made a couple of big-time saves. English never got really close to Sanchez in net for Everett. And Malloy was keeping Everett off the board with help from Martinez and Claffey and Matias out in front of her defensively. and then all of a sudden, the ball, English couldn't clear it, the ball bounced around, and it wound up right at what was the far post, and there was an Everett player right there to tuck it in, and that started a 3-goal explosion for Everett, and that's where we are as we start the second half. They scored 3 in the tail end of the first half, and it's 3-0. And he banged it off Fowler. Fowler pumps it up. Coming away with his English. She was all by herself. Maria Okwemi. Or Okwemi. And she took it away from Everett. It got blocked, and English going to get their first corner kick. Fowler will take it from the near side. Had to go chase the ball a little bit. Again, there's no ball boys or ball girls. Fowler gets it up. Everett got a piece of it and knocked it away. And here's Matias knocking it back. Sanchez will come out of the net, play it. That's as close as English has come to getting a shot on net. Loose. Everett pushing it back, looking to walk in. Martinez there. Everett get the shot off. Malloy makes another big-time save. Not bad for someone who never played soccer before, certainly never in goal before. Martinez was leaning a little bit in the shooter, but she got a good hard shot off, but Malloy made the save. And got knocked out, and Everett will get another corner kick coming from the far side. Out in front, it bounced off a body. And Everett knocked it in. I thought it went off the body, went out of play, but it went off the body and in the net. And that was D'Souza getting her second. I'm getting great help from my camera person because with a mess of bodies a mile away in front of the net, it's hard enough to pick up the numbers when they're right in front of me because they are very small and we're a long way away. Martinez almost misplayed it, got it back and knocked it away. And it bounced by Claffey. And she gets it ahead and too far. Everett picked it off. Matias knocks it away. Everett takes it away, knocks it deep, skips past. Martinez is there to knock it away. Everett takes it away, walking in. They take the shot. Malloy makes the save again. Score is 4-0. It could be a lot more. Grace Malloy having a very nice game in net. He knocked it away. We got a whistle. And we got an English player. That's Martinez. Way downfield. Way behind the play. Hopefully she's just trying to stretch that leg out and it's not anything serious. She's outstanding defensively. Now they're going to help her off. Looks like she's okay. Not, she's not limping that badly with an ankle or a leg, so she's being helped off. They'll get some help, and they'll make a substitution. So what do we do now? Usually, like, the ball was in play way up at midfield. Now they're going to put it way back at the 10-yard line. And they're going to put it at the 15-yard line. It's one of those places where he drops it. As he drops it, English has to kick it, almost like a face-off in hockey. And that's what he's going to do. He drops it, and English kicks it. Again, I don't know where this rule came from. I don't know where any of the rules come from. Martinez kicks it away. English. They get it upfield, but there's nobody there to kick it to. If they kick it deep, there's nobody there. Everett comes away with it. Down the far side, blocked. English takes it away. Everett takes it back. Shot from long range, Malloy. That's another rifle shot by Betancourt Cardona. Right in the midsection of Malloy, she had it and it bounced off her out of play. And Everett will get another corner kick. Coming from the far side. Trying to get it to the net. It bounced off English, bounced off off Everett. And English cleared it away. Claffey knocks it further. And it's knocked deeper. Claffey stepped in, got a piece, and knocked it out. Knocked out again by Claffey. And we'll have substitutions for both teams. Trying to get ahead was Zapata. And we got a whistle that went out. Everett will get the throw in. Tried to center it. Everett got a head on it. Fowler punches it away. And it goes out of play. And Everett will get the throw in. With Martinez going to the bench with that injury, they moved Fowler back. And originally, she was playing defense back there anyway. And they try to move her up to try and get a little more offense. Everett tried to center it. It's out in front, and it's knocked away by Matias. English with a rush, but again, it's just 2-on-4. The ball goes out. Pop loose. Pop loose again. Headed away. And knocked upfield. They knock it to the far side. They knock it too far. It's going out of play. Four to nothing, the Crimson Tide of Everett over the Classical Rams here in this girls' Greater Boston League matchup. English is looking to give Lynn a sweep. Classical got a win, scoring very late against Malden and winning it 1-0. So Lynn was looking for 2 wins tonight, but it looks like they're going to wind up with a split, and it looks like Everett is going to wind up with a split. They lost to Classical here. Knocked deep. Everett trying to center it. They got blocked by English, and Everett will get another corner kick. Looking to punch it, didn't get a real shot, just trying to pooch it to the net. It got blocked, knocked out. And they'll give it to English. No, they won't. Everett was backing up. I thought they gave it to English, but they gave it to Everett. Down that far side. Knocked out. That was Matias, I believe. English took it away and lost it out of bounds. Center pass goes by everybody. Claffey knocks it back upfield. And Everett, again, keeping it in the English end where it's been. There's the shot, and there's another save by Malloy. And that's Betancourt Cardona. She's been shooting bullets all over Manning Field. She's got a goal. Malloy has stoned her a couple of times. She's missed the net a couple of times, but she's been around getting shots. Loose. Everett lets it go out. And he quickly put it in play. Everett will keep it in. Deflected away. Claffey breaks it up and knocks it away. But again, English, they can't break out because they only have one, possibly two people up around the 40-yard line. But that's all they have, and Everett just quickly takes it away, doesn't let it get going at all. And they quickly bring it right back in the English end. Everett knocks it away. Trying to knock it deep, it gets deflected. Fowler pops it up. Everett winds up with it. Tip to the far side. Back to the middle. Shot. Went wide left again by Betancourt Cardona. Substitution for Everett. We haven't seen Martinez come back, so we hope she's going to be okay. Matias knocks it deep. Bounced right by Everett. They'll kick it back, and Sanchez finally gets to play in the game. He knocks it upfield. Pass behind the intended receiver. Tipped. Knocked away. Everett takes it away. Down that far side. Trying to throw it in front. Knocked away by English. Everett pops it to the near side. And he knocked it deep. I can't believe he didn't call Everett offside. She was 10 yards downfield when she made that pass and caught. She looked like she was way offside. Everett just not letting English get going at all. That's the deepest penetration English had, and Everett took it away. Everett almost gave it away. Fowler knocks it deep. Sanchez will get there and boot it upfield. Fowler got a foot on it. And it's going to go out. Claffey will take the throw in. It skips right by everybody. English knocked it past. And he pushed it too far. Now they get it back. They swung and missed, and it's cleared away. And Sang was trying to line up a shot, but it bounced off her foot. Everett swings and misses. Sanchez comes out of the net and says, "I'll take care of this." And she kicks it out of play. Raquimi walked in and got deflected out in front, and English kicker was in a good spot to get a good kick away and just fanned on it. Popped up. Fowler keeping it alive. Everett knocks it upfield. That was the longest that English has kept the ball in the Everett end. Fowler deflected it. Everett down the far side. Fowler gets there and knocks it out. Halfway through and counting the second half. 4-0. It was 3-0 at halftime. Everett added a goal here in the second half. Skips past. Everett looking to knock it to the net. Pushed it wide left. Waiting for a soccer ball. Fowler will get to kick it away. Everett picks it off and keeps it where it's been most of the night in the English end. And knock it. And again, let Sanchez take part in the game. As they knock it back to her and she kicks it away. Skips right by everybody. Everett's going to keep it in. Claffey takes it away. And Everett takes it away again. Somehow they got that pass through. Blocked. English takes it away. And Everett takes it back. Substitution for Everett. Another shot goes wide left from Betancourt Cardona, who just came back in the game. She's a threat from anywhere. She's got a strong foot. Everett breaks it up. Tipped ahead. Trying to knock it deep. Claffey knocks it away. And Everett knocks it out of play. English picked off the pass. Knocks it upfield. And Everett knocks it back. Zapata's been working hard all night, not from lack of effort. She just can't get a shot off because she's all by herself. Fowler knocked it away. out in front. And here's another shot. They knocked that one off. I think they knocked that one off Zapata. Another shot by Cardona, looking to get to the net. Didn't get to the net. Corner kick from the far side. Little ground ball. Didn't get to the net. Got deflected by English off the side of the net. And Everett will get to do it again from the far side. Substitutions first for both teams. Again, we hope Martinez is going to be okay. She went out. She hasn't come back. Out in front, it short hopped Malloy. English trying to clear it away. Fowler broke it up. It skipped right past. It bounced right through the wickets, Everett. Everett comes up with it. And the shot blocked out in front nicely by Matias. Shot again goes wide left. Everett firing on all cylinders. Just not letting English do anything at all offensively. The only time Sanchez has touched it is when her team has knocked it back to her to let her kick it away. English hasn't come close to the Everett net. Way early on, Maria Raquemi got a shot that Sanchez had to make the save on and made a big time save, stretching her foot. But in the second half, English hasn't come close. That's the only legitimate shot they have on net. And Sanchez just flashed her foot and made the save with her foot to keep English off the board. Fowler will get to kick it away. Everett keeps it alive. Claffey knocks it loose. Claffey deflected by Everett to the Everett end. And they get it back upfield. Fowler knocks it away. I haven't mentioned a crowd because there isn't one. There's about 12.5 people here. That's a shame. I mean, parents should be here, siblings should be here, friends should be here. Whether English is winning or losing, they should be out here rooting for their team, their school. It's not from lack of effort that English is not winning. They're working as hard as they can. They're just not soccer players. They're not lifetime soccer players. When they take the uniform off, assuming they graduate from English, they take the soccer uniform off, they'll never play soccer again. knock it ahead. And Everett knocks it deep. And Malloy will have to play it on a hop. Hard to believe she never played soccer before, and she obviously never played goalie before. And it's one thing to say, okay, come out and play soccer and be up front and kick the ball around, but it's another thing to say, you never played before, and the first place you're going to play is a vital cog to the team. You're going to be the netminder. And she's done a very nice job. And all things considered, everything goes well, she'll be back here next year. They booted to the net, and they got a foot on it and knocked it in before Malloy could get there. What would I do without you?
Huh?
Garcia gets her second. That was a perfect kick from the far side, right to the net. Malloy came out just as she was looking to get it. Garcia stepped in front of her, got a foot on it, and knocked it by her. And Everett has it right back in the English end. English broke it up. Everett takes it back and gets knocked out. From long range, again, dead center, but over the crossbar and out of play. Closing down this Greater Boston League battle. We're down to 8 minutes and counting. Trying to walk around. Still walking around. Fowler got there and blocked the shot. English hustling. Claffey gets there first, pushes it up, and boots it downfield. And eventually it's going to go out of play. But she clears it away from the net. Head deep. Knocked away. English trying to knock it deep. Everett takes it away. And he pushes it back up to the English end. And Everett's going to call. I think she reached out and got a hand on it. It was bouncing around. She got the shot. She actually knocked it in the net. But as she was looking to get control of the ball, she kind of dribbled it with her hand. And English will get the free kick. He knocked it down, knocks it away. That was Singh trying to get it into the Everett end. She was there with Champ. Rolls to Malloy. So Everett's going to get a split here at Manning Field. They lost to Classical, and the only question is, I don't think they'll question whether Eagles will score or not. Will they get a shot on net? They've only had one, and that was in the first half by Maria Raquemi. And Sanchez made a big-time save with her foot to keep English off the board. Since then, the only time Sanchez has touched the ball is when her team has kicked it back to her to have her kick it away. Looking to walk in. It went over Malloy's head, hit the crossbar, bounced down, almost went in off Malloy. It came down behind her, and she grabbed it. They hit the crossbar. And they just keep putting pressure on English, getting all kinds of shots from all kinds of angles. Malloy hasn't a chance to take a breath. English knocks it by, looking for a break. That was Rokemi. And it goes out. And this is when I look, the one drawback I have with the officials. This game is out of reach, 5-0. English getting totally outplayed. They can't get a shot on net. We're in the final 5 minutes. The officials keep the clock down on the field. I don't know why they don't say, after like a minute, to say, that's it. The coaches aren't going to squawk. The players aren't going to squawk. There aren't enough fans here to squawk. Nobody actually knows how much time is left because the clock has stopped. There's no reason to say we have to play out the 5 full minutes. If it was 1-0, no question. Play it out. Give everybody a shot. But 5-0, and they only have one shot on net in the entire game, and that was early on. And 99% of the game has been spent in the English end with Everett taking shots from everywhere, missing the net, hitting posts, hitting the crossbar. Malloy making some very nice saves. I don't know why they prolong this, especially since it's a school night and it's late. I just don't understand. Walking around, taking the shot, and they knock it home.
11.
So everybody has 2. That was Betancourt Cardona. She's got 2. Gabriella or Kathleen D'Souza has 2. Yelsa Garcia has 2. And they still won't blow the whistle, even though it's now 6-0. So Everett gets 3 in the first, 3 in the second. The 3 in the first came late. Malloy kept them off the board for a long time in the first half. Claffey and Matias and Martinez, and after Martinez went out, they moved Fowler back, and she played nice defensively. But it's just Everett, just too many chances. They just kept whacking the ball, and shooting from everywhere, walking in, getting good shots. They finally blow the whistle, and that's going to do it. So English will still have to wait for their first win. Everett's going to go to 4-8 as they get 3 in the first, 3 in the second. Betancourt Cardona got 2, Garcia got 2, and D'Souza got 2. But outstanding for English was Claffey. Martinez, till she got hurt. Defensively, along with Matias, and outstanding goaltending by the rookie, Grace Malloy, who did a nice job in net. 6-0. Could have been a lot more. She made some big-time saves. But 3 goals first, 3 goals second adds up to a 6-0 win for Everett over English here in this Greater Boston Battle. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.